welcome. We're going to do some joint mobility today, just a short class. I hope you enjoy it. You can stand up, you can sit down if you're more comfortable sitting down, but let's start with the hands. So just start nice, easy hand circles in one direction and then the other direction. And then spread your fingers and squeeze them, spread them and squeeze them. It just feels really good, especially if you're working on a keyboard all day. And then shake them out. Good. And then spread them again, and then close the fingers together. Open and close. Do a couple of those. Take your time. Good. And then take the thumb joint. And that can be just circles with the thumb joints, and then the other direction. And then play the piano. Feels good. You can bend your fingers as you do it. Good. And then shake it out. Nice. And then elbows. We'll work up to the elbows, just opening and closing that joint. And then up to the shoulders, just arm circles. So you can do this a couple different ways. We'll start off with a backstroke, and the arm can be straight, or if your range of motion is less and you want to keep the elbow bent, feel free to do it in that direction too. Just taking one arm and then back, like you're moving through water, nice and slow. It should feel really good and restorative. So go as fast or as slow as you would like. And then we'll reverse that direction. So swimming the other direction, and again, whatever range of motion for your shoulders that feels good to you today, right now, in this moment. And breathe. This is Atticus. Here's a dog. Good. And then from here, we're gonna do some movements for the spine. And you can grab a chair if you would like to. You can sit on the edge of the chair, the spine nice and tall, or you can sit back into the chair, whatever feels best for you. I'm gonna go right onto the edge, and then start by like a cat spine by rounding the back. You can kind of grab the hands and take them forward, tuck the chin a little bit, pull the belly in, and that'll help to stretch out the lower back. And then the shoulders come forward to stretch the space right between the shoulder blades. And take a couple deep breaths there. Good. Release the arms first. Use the hands to bring the spine up. And then you can take the chair behind you if you're sitting in a chair, or interlace the fingers. And just opening up. You can also grab opposite elbows. So we're just opening up the chest, getting a nice stretch there. The chin can go up if you want to. So kind of a seated cow pose. Take a deep breath in and out. Release the hands and shake it out. Good. From here, we're going to do a little twist. So take one hand opposite to the opposite leg outside, and the other hand behind you if you're sitting in a chair. Another way you can do this if you're standing up is by taking the arms just forward and back. And let's inhale, take the arms up overhead, and then as you exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale and exhale. So we're getting all the joints of the spine. There's 6 movements of the spine that are really healthy to do every day. And these are 2 of them. And the cat and the cow are the other 2. And one more here. Inhale, raise the arms up, and exhale, lower the hands down. So our next one is the side stretch, and each side counts as 1. So we'll inhale, float the arms up, look up if you'd like to, and then bring one hand to the hip, and a nice side stretch over. You can let the head kind of go over as well. Inhale, come up, reach up, and exhale over to the other side. Let's do a couple more of those, inhaling and exhaling in your own time. So you may want to just linger on one side for a couple of breaths, or you may want to move with the breath. Just let it be your practice. It's about what it feels like. Just let it feel really good on the body, the joints all along the spine. Last one, inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale, float the arms up, and exhale, slowly lower the hands down. And while we have the chair here, we'll sit on the edge of the chair with the spine nice and tall. And we're gonna do some exercises for the knees. So just kind of kicks out and in. And, again, noticing the range of motion for your knee. We'll do about 10 on one side. I haven't been counting, so that feels like about 10. And let the leg rest. And then the other side, just opening up that joint and then closing it. So if your thigh muscles don't feel, if it's too much for your thighs, you can always sit back in the chair, and that will kind of help support. It might even help support the knee if you have any knee injuries there. So let's do 5 more on each side. I like to flex my foot a little bit. Notice your breath, and lower that foot, and the other side. Just good. Relax the foot, rest there as long as you need to. I'm going to move the chair out of the way, and we're going to get into the hips a little bit more. And for this, I like to have, go next to a wall or the chair. You could use the chair too. In this case, I'm going to do it right here. And we're going to just do some leg swings. So make sure you have enough room to do that. And, just make it be fun. So just swinging the leg forward and back. The leg doesn't have to be straight. Just kind of want to find that floppiness in the leg to release any muscular tension there. We'll do about 10 of them. And then shake out the leg as if you have water on your foot. You're trying to shake that off. Good. And then the other side. So making sure you feel nice and balanced. Just finding that nice swing in the leg. And to keep a little bit of the belly pulling in, just to keep the low back safe. And if you're feeling anything in the low back right now, maybe don't take the leg back so far. Find your breath here. Nice. And then shake that leg out. Just nice. Whew. Got my little bit of your little heart rate up. And now we're gonna move to the mat, laying down on the mat so that we can get the knees a little bit more and the ankles. So just, you can also lay down on your bed or a couch, and you can do all these as well if that's more accessible for you. So just laying down and letting the knees be bent, and maybe feeling the shoulder blades flat on the back. We'll bring both knees in and then legs up, and we'll just do some upside down walking. My favorite kind of walking. Just nice and slow, letting the heel come close as you bend the knees. Good. And bring the knees in. You can give them a little squeeze if you want to. And then lower the feet down to the floor. Let's bring one knee in and rotate the hip, just finding the mobility in that joint. And then the other direction. Good. Listening for the breath. And lower that foot to the floor, and then the other leg comes in, and little hip circles. My hip always pops on this side, and it's not painful. It just, I might maybe take my circle a little bit smaller, and then the other direction. Nice. Lower that foot to the floor. Bring both knees in and take your hands to the knees. And we're going to take little circles to massage the lower back. Sometimes it's hard to get to all those joints, so a little massage is a good way to kind of help warm up the joints. And then the other direction. Nice big breaths. Lower the feet to the floor, rest and pause for a couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Another inhale and exhale. Let's take the legs up again and flex and point the feet. And then circle the ankles and then the other direction. And spread the toes and then kind of squeeze the feet. You can bend the knees here. And spread the toes once again, spread the feet, and then squeeze the toes in. Good. Shake it out. And lower the feet to the floor. Let's take one arm up overhead. Inhale, and then exhale, and then switch to the other side. Inhaling, exhale. Just taking that arm straight up overhead and back. It doesn't have to touch the floor. If that range is a little bit too much for the shoulder joint, just do what is comfortable and good for you. This should feel really lovely. Inhaling, and last, exhale. Good. Let's turn the head side to side and get into the neck a little bit. release that. Let's roll the shoulder blades onto the back, open up the palms. You can keep the knees bent if you'd like, or extend them along the floor. If you want to take a little shavasana here, while you're here, just letting the body relax, noticing how you feel after that movement. Allowing the breath to be nice and deep. Allowing the body to soften and relax. Observing, making any movements you need to release any remaining tension that you might be holding. Softening the belly, letting the belly expand with your inhales and draw back naturally with exhales. And with each exhale that you observe, even if it's in your imagination, observing the body relaxing even more, softening, yielding. And thank you for joining me. Feel free to stay here as long as you'd like. Namaste.